All right, guys. This is how my loss made me $5,400. Traded gold in ES today. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a quick recap. If you guys want to learn how to trade like this, hit the subscribe button. Also join the Discord. It should be in the description. It's completely for free. It's brand new. Just trying to get people in there, so it's pretty close knit. If you guys have any serious questions, I'm there to help you guys out. But yeah, I'm just gonna go right into it. This is the trade I took on ES. Took shorts. We see all this low resistance liquidity right here. Right, we see it get swept right when market opens. I see this inverse for value gap on the 5-minute, put my stops above the high, and then I targeted this recent low. And then as you can see, not even a minute later, I am stopped out, which is okay. I probably should have played this draw on liquidity up here, or should have also just looked at the overall trend overnight. But I did like this. I did like this setup. I did like the seller setup. So I'm not disappointed by that. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably take that trade again tomorrow, to be honest. So yeah. But then later in the afternoon session, I took a short on gold. Yeah, there it is. Gold. So got this chart's key mess. Sorry. We'll go through it. So gold, we see throughout the day, the entire New York session, which is right here, right? New York session, we are completely bearish. We haven't had a bearish New York session on gold in days. So it's kind of scary to short gold, but today just had it set up for me. But yeah, we see gold tapping this 5-minute fair value gap. We see it reject price out of there. We can also see this is a zone where there's recent lows. We also see price reject those lows. But then we see gold coming up. We're bullish here. And then finally changing the state of delivery right here on the 5-minute. So we have bearish order flow on the 5-minute. We're looking at the 1-minute over here. I'm sorry, I'm just making this a quick recap just for the day. But we see over here, we see 1-minute go bearish here. See 1-minute respect this fair value gap. Same thing here. Just going to delete this. We see these lows get broken. We see a fair value gap. We see price tapping this 1-minute fair value gap. And then we see this inverse fair value gap. Take my entry right here. Put my stop right above that recent high. And then I was targeting the lows of New York, but I saw this 1-minute fair value gap. So I was like, all right, maybe target that. I was still holding. And then once this candle closed inverse right here, right? Once this candle closed inverse right here, that's when I ended up taking out my trade. So took my trade out right there. I was up a good amount of money and I wasn't going to complain with it. So yeah, this is a beautiful trade. We're overall bearish during the day, and we have this beautiful pullback. And you also see this liquidity that was being built up the entire time, right? So we have to take that liquidity out, and we ended up getting stopped. We ended up stop moving that downwards push around this 1-minute fair value gap. I don't really trade supply and demand much, but this is I don't know, supply or demand. That's one of the two. But yeah, but you can still see overall this is just a 5-minute going down. I did add on a position right here, right on this candlestick, because we're in this 5-minute fair value gap, and we also have it liquidity sweep right here. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna add on a position. We're about equilibrium of this fair value gap, so I was expecting a retrace to the downside, which we ended up getting. So that's why my return was so much bigger, because I did add on this position, mostly because I was just confident in the whole bearish market. That being said, I like to kind of like, because when you look at NASDAQ at this time, we see how we're completely bullish. If NASDAQ and ES is bullish, then typically gold will be bearish. They're typically playing opposites, as you can see here. This is a beautiful trend downwards, by the way. So yeah, but as you can see, when gold is bearish, NASDAQ is bullish. So there's a little bit of correlation. Obviously, it's not perfect, but when I see a lot of buyers come in there, I'm looking for sellers here. And just like a tip and trick, if you're trading gold futures, I would also recommend looking at the actual XAU USD chart, just because the spreads are a lot better on this. And this is like the real gold chart. This is the actual gold to USD. So like sometimes like it looks like there's a fair value gap or an inverse fair value gap on the GC1 when there's not really on the XAU USD. So that's just kind of like something I'd recommend is looking at this pair as well if you're going to trade gold. But yeah, just a quick note at the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm new to trying to be a content creator for trading. There's a lot of people out there, but everyone's competing. I'm just here trying to build a following, and right now I'm super small, so it works to your advantage. So I can actually help you guys one on one. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to get in touch with me, follow my socials and join the Discord. The link will be in bio. Thank you.